16th, those that are here to appear before the council, we ask that you will come to my right and your left, and you'll have 3 minutes. And due to having to work 2 council meetings today, we are going to enforce that 3 minutes. Councilwoman Young.
Here.
Councilwoman Evans.
Present. Councilman Thomas.
Here. Let the record show that we have a quorum. First item on the record.
Andy Daniels. We're told to be back at 4:30. Howard Porter.
Okay, Madam Clerk, just for the record, Mr. Daniel and Mr. Porter are not here, and they will not, and if they are not on the agenda for the 22nd, we are not adding any items too late. Next item, Madam Clerk.
First item is a resolution creating the Penny Board Citizen Financial Advisory Committee for the citizens of Prichard. And it was an item that was tabled from August 2nd, 2012 meeting, and attached to that is a correspondence from Councilman Eastman answering the question that Ms. Howes had placed forward on that meeting, and he wants to be made a matter of record.
What's the pleasure of the council? Do we have a second? Do we have a second? The chair second. All in favor, cast your vote. Motion failed. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Item number 2, I need a motion on a resolution of the City of Prichard, Alabama, designated the Dr. Beatrice B. Morris Transportation Hub.
Any discussion? What's the pleasure of the council? Do we have a second? Do we have a second? Chair second. Yes. Vote. Motion failed. Next item, Madam Clerk.
I need a motion on a resolution which cover maintenance item on project number STP88, resurfacing 217 South Jim Tom Circle City of Prichard. This is a pavement of Knott Road, and it's just a resolution that the state has essentially every time they repave the street in Prichard. No money on the city or nothing like that. Second.
Cast your vote, please. Motion approved.
I need a motion on the request made by the campaign to elect Derek D.I. Griffin for Council District 3 to hold a motorcade on Saturday, August 25th, 2012. Everything has been approved by Chief Gardner.
Do we have a second? Yes, second. Cast your vote. Motion passed. Next item, Madam Clerk.
I need a motion on correspondence from the Finance Director regarding expenditures for Special Fund No. 106, Special Gasoline Fund. And this is to purchase vehicle from the Prichard Water Board for Public Works, golf course. And that's totaling, hold on. 26. No. It's in here somewhere.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to find it. I got my paper here. There it is. Oh, it's two trucks. And that's right, 2007 Part Chevrolet.
Right, two of those.
Yeah, two of those.
And one each.
And one, the F-250 and the F-3, so total $26,000. It's 36? Oh, $36,000.
13, 10.
Total $36,000. Stuff that being purchased from Prichard Water Works for the, like I said, for the public works department, golf course, and beautification through the use for the now work. That's what, yes, it is. All right.
Do we have a second? Chair second. That's right. Motion to, next item,
So we get back to, I'll send this young, get back to this. This is an item from the council conference. I need a motion to approve the minutes of August 7, 2012, with necessary correction.
do we have a second? Patsy, roll please. Motion carries.
Okay, at this time we have a public hearing. It's on the application of Muhammad Ade doing business at High Point Food Mark LLC, located at 3606 Scott Road, and 8 miles for off-premise beer, retail, and table wine license. Mr. Ade. Will come forward.
All those here in support of High Point Grocery, we ask that you will come to my right. All those that are opposed, we ask that you will come to my left. Please state your name, your address, and the reason you're here to appeal before the council.
My name is Muhammad Ayaz, that's correct, street is 3606 Lot Road, Prichard, Alabama, 36613. I'm here for a public hearing for a beer and wine license that are applied for the city of Prichard.
To the council, this is right there on the corner of Lot and University, and they're just changing, they're applying for a new license. Everything is in order, well-run business, and they've done everything we expected there, and they actually provided good security. They put the Constantine wine across the top there, so they're protecting their business as well.
Chair, I do want to come here.
Sure.
I just want to say to you, thank you, because I am up that way also, and that is my colleague's district, and your place is well groomed, clean, and no lottery, and that's something that I can appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have a second? Yes, sir. Ask for vote, please. Motion failed.
Mr. You are great. Listen, you just stay to the 5:30 meeting. We're gonna bring you back up at 5:30.
Next week,
No, today.
okay, you want me to stay over here till 5:30?
Yes, sir.
We have consent from the council.
From council.
Okay.
Now can you go back up? Now you go back up 5:30?
No, sir.
Can I say something on this?
No, sir. Mr. Daniel, it was posted last week on the door that August 16th council meeting would be at 4:30.
I got the 90, okay, yeah. Thank you.
Now, let's post it on both doors.
Okay.
Any announcements for this 4:30 meeting? Motion.
We, think since, there was a, we could, item 1 and 2, we could come back up to 5:30. Well, that is relative to the city bid.
Let's go. Do we have consent from the council?
For the our 16th meeting, the pension advisory committee failed because we, it was two years one extension to it. It wasn't, it didn't pass, and the resolution named the transportation code after Dr. Bianchi Morris, it didn't pass either. So the mayor is asking those two items be brought back up at 5:30 meeting.
I mean, I wasn't gonna support either one at this time anyway.
Is what it
Councilwoman Young, do you consent to these, I'm just voting.
Motion to adjourn to the 5:30 meeting.
Do we have a second?
Second.
That's your vote, please. Councilwoman Evans.
Present.
Councilman Lee. President. Councilwoman Harris.
Councilman Townsend.
Here. Let the record show the city attorney as well as the council attorney is present. The mayor is here, his staff, and our citizens. First item, Madam Clerk.
Overseer Leo Fox.
Come to the podium right there, and please state your name and your address and the reason you're here to appear before the council.
My name is Leo Fox. My church address is 1620 West Main Street, Prichard. My home address is out of the city of Prichard. I don't know if you want that, but
No, that's good.
my reason for being here, we have some problems at the church, some drainage problems. And I have pictures of the problem. There's two issues that I'm discussing with you today. Number one, there was some dirt dumped in our yard at the church. And we've been trying to get that dirt removed for 3 years along with the drainage problem. I have pictures, so
Oh, shit, you want these back? You want these?
maybe be careful. As I both stated, the drain is it's the main drain, huge drain there in the back of the church. And I think that drain comes from Chickasaw all the way down. And we got holes in there, and where water come out of the drain caused us to we had to get a new floor in the kitchen area. But water has just dry rotted the sealed floor, and I brought this issue up to the Public Works and also to the mayor. And we haven't been able to get anything done. And I'm just at a point now where something got to be done.
I have a question, if I may. Oh, Sid, you saying that drain pipes behind the church belong to the city, that city right away back there?
That's Center City right away. I mean, it's not, you know, we can't build anything on that unless we get permission from the city. It's a main drain. That drain runs, it carries water all the way to, I guess, somewhere in the city.
It's supposed to, who dumped the dirt in the, on the
City of Prichard, Public Works. They were supposed to have dumped the dirt to the house next door, and they acknowledged that they had dumped the dirt in the wrong place, and that they would get it up. And that's been 3 years that they were supposed to have removed the dirt, and it's still there. That dirt got glass, bricks, everything. We had some drainage problems next door, and the lady had asked them to dump some dirt there, and they made a mistake and dumped it in the church yard. And we tried to get it removed. Yeah.
Chair, so the situation that Oak City Park is bringing up is, you talked about the drain that's underneath the parking lot. It's the city drain, and it runs perpendicular to Price and some of the other streets that run perpendicular to Main Street. It's an unnamed tributary that piped some years ago, and that's why the city does have an ongoing easement through those areas whenever they would have to go in and do it. And this is an issue I know of. I know it brought up a couple, maybe even 2 years ago. So it was just really a matter, I guess, of just trying to get it resolved or to figure out what the problem would be, because there is some concern as to whether or not behind the church, if the pipe is actually drained well, because for periods of time after the rain, it will sit there and the water will build up in the church's parking lot, because the pipe runs along the back third of the property where you saw some of the dirt piles. So I am familiar with it. But it's just a matter that needs to be researched, make sure that the city can go out and remove that additional dirt, and maybe even check the pipe, because this whole thing came up 2 years ago based on the fact that the drain wasn't drained well underneath. And I know Mr. Billis has informed me that 2 years ago that it was there, and that was one when they were doing some line cleaning. We were blowing the drains out with the back truck. That was one of the areas that they were supposed to come in and check, because that was one of the underground drainage systems that we have that sometimes goes unnoticed because it's just not obvious, like most of our storm drains when you have the grate or the roadside. So unless there's any further questions, I would ask that we get an opportunity for the mayor's office to research and see what can be done to resolve the problem, alleviate the problem for the church.
Case vote, please. Madam Officer to the mayor's office.
Yeah, we can have the mayor's office for response back to the council on next week, and to make the information that Oak City Fox gave the council and that rest as well. That was
Okay, thank you.
Is that all, Chris?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item discussion, I need a motion to introduce an ordinance to create the revolving nuisance abatement fund.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, I was on the agenda last week, and you did not have a meeting. Do I get a chance to speak this week?
That meeting was held at 4:30, Mr. Porter. Last week, August 16th meeting
Okay,
was held at 4:30.
and the meeting was not held because of a lack of a quorum last week.
Yes.
Okay, how is your wife doing?
She's doing fine.
That's good. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I need a motion to introduce the ordinance to create the revolving nuisance abatement fund in the city of Prichard, Alabama. Councilman Ephraim.
Yeah.
Councilwoman Martin Harris.
Yay.
Councilman Towner.
Yay.
Councilwoman Edwards. Councilwoman Young. Yay. Ordinance introduced. I need a motion to adopt an ordinance to create the revolving nuisance abatement fund in the city of Prichard, Alabama.
Second, Chair.
I have a question on it too. Right now, when we collect any fees, it goes into the general fund right now. So we just setting up a special line item strictly for those funds when we receive them.
I don't know about it. You want to develop special fund, or that's what
Who brought this forward?
I brought it forth, and I don't know, this, as far as this ordinance, it has been in the hands of people, any other time, as far as between you, Mr. Rex, I don't know whether you got a copy of it, or you have to get a copy, until it was put on the agenda. The reason for it is because, what I felt that was needed in order to try to help our public works to get some of the things that they need, like tools and other equipment or whatsoever, is for this, some of the money which they acquire can go into a revolving account, money that we don't have anyway in the budget, for them to utilize for the benefit of the public works. That way, it would take the load off of the general budget, okay, and hopefully we could get enough money in. For an example, when we remove the tires, all those tires, ABM and I work together from behind Southern. One of the things that ABM said at that time, that big frame steel building, that steel frame was there. They gave to public works, so well, you all can go and make money, maybe go back into supplies. Well, that had to go into the general fund. When it goes into the general fund and the process that it takes, okay, and then in the general fund, it probably is used for something else if need be. This way, that money will be there, so they can replenish supplies and buy other things, hopefully to help out the city budget. And that's what it's saying.
And the only reason I was asking you, Rex, the only reason I was asking you a question about it, because I did have a question, it was unclear as to who was presenting it, so I couldn't call a person ahead of time and ask them, because there's no identified marks on here. So I just wanted to make sure that we are going to set these funds aside strictly for that. But how would the account start? Is it just going to start off by when we collect funds from?
Is it going to be any specific funding source, or just donated funds, or?
No, it's come, you can get it if you want.
I really don't think.
And also, Mr. Chairman, as far as no name on there, I don't think that's important, and it would me, if I wanted to know who names on that document, I would have picked up the phone and called from her. She did know who called in to let it be placed on their account. No big act.
Mr. President, only thing I request that we just put Commonwealth Bank as the bank that would be set up the county, and for the abatement funds, I understand. I guess it's like the courts have their special funds, and we have special funds for forcing, pricing, and other accounts that evidently that's what it appears to be trying to do with a lot of these lots that are being cut. And rather than putting liens on, we can actually go through, when we get these funds, put them in this special account rather than the general fund account.
Mr. President, the general notion is that, for example, you have property that's been declared a public nuisance and is to be destroyed or demolished. So the city hires someone or uses its own crew, however, demolishes that property, and then, as you know, there's a cost. The city assesses the cost. Council does. And so presumably, well, in most cases, the person the owner won't come up and pay the city that cost. It'll go as a lien against the property. And when someone pays the property tax, then that lien gets paid. At that point, when the funds come into the city will then deposit those funds into this special revolving account. And then you look at it and say, okay, there's another house over in this district or these districts that needs repairs. Now we don't have sufficient funds. Use this money to go into those. So when those houses then believe are paid, money then comes again in this account. And so it revolves
It
around.
keeps revolving, that's what it does.
Exactly.
Yeah. And hopefully, in the meantime, like, it wasn't actually done, equipment can be involved in order to keep thoroughfares mowed and then some lots mowed, and that hopefully will take the burden off to that general notion. That is the hope, okay? Okay.
Thank you, Rex.
Comment?
I did want to check the council and make sure that that is a clarification that needs to be made, because I think the only real concern is where does the funding source come from once a lien has been set? And how do we guarantee that when that cost or when that lien has been resolved, it comes to us?
Okay.
That's the only concern I have.
When the
I figured
taxes-
it would be court.
When the lien is assessed against the property and it goes down to part of the ad valorem tax, the annual property tax. So when you pay the property tax, the revenue department, the revenue commission, then makes a disbursement to all the various entities. You know, when you pay your property tax, there's something there for health, it goes to a lot of different places, including your part, the city of Prichard, they disperse your part. So when the city gets that check, then the city is directed by this ordinance to deposit those funds into the special account.
Chair, I don't have any further questions. I would ask that the motion and the second would stand, provided there are no further questions to the motion.
All those.
That's not general avalon, you can't do that with general avalon. But this is actually someone attempting to purchase the property. And if it's sold, they got to pay the liens off, and what they pay off, then that comes back to the city, not avalon.
Not everyone. Not everyone. Not everyone.
Just the lien.
Just the lien. Not everyone.
And Rex, you have a method in place whereas you will be able to identify the funds that we receive going to this special account?
Well, I just totally something like it, and you know, you talk a little
That's
bit.
an ordinance, authorizing orders of special account. So,
I think it's a good ordinance, but I don't think anything, just really have an understanding of what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah,
That's the only thing, I support it, I just need to have an understanding of how it's gonna work.
Well, one of the things, when the revenue department sends, something to the clerk's office or to the city, reference to lien, it's identified.
Okay.
so you know it's not just avalon, you know it's lien, you know it's a lien. That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
And sure, when you, even if you burn one, someone come up here and repair the window.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be a separate,
No, it just needs to be filled
I'm
out.
just thinking it needs to be included in the motion, Chair, to be made a matter of fact.
All right, next item is, I need a motion on correspondence from Councilwoman Edwards request a street light at Lachey Avenue and St. Stephen's Road.
You don't vote on this?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Chair, at Lachey and Highway 45, I have constituents who live down the street, and it is so difficult, no one can down in the house because of the darkness. The pole is already there, no pole that has to be set, the council to approve, are likely to be placed at the corner of Law Sheet and Howard Park Place. Alabama Power Program out. And if this was meant, then for me to place it on the
I don't have a problem. I just, it's typically, this is getting met, so the council will make sure that it's been clear, I don't have a problem.
I think what it was, they sent the paper over to be completed, and, Mr. Greg, did you bring the paper, you said, Alabama Power comes to the council, needs to approve it?
Well, when I looked into it, it had been taken over to inspection, and the inspection was taken care of, and James was well aware of what was going on with it. I think it might have came to the point where there was some issues with the field crew at Alabama Power with the issue where wires had to be ran. I think that was my last knowledge of it. It's the inspection dealing with it.
There's an additional cost to the city and what that cost would be. Even though we probably know we need a light there.
Right.
We just need to know what the expense of having that done, so it'd be a part of our finances.
I don't really know what the expense was gonna be, because after James went over to inspection, and James was looking into it, that's when he started dealing with Alabama Power. So if that was an added expense, it would be over in the inspection department would know about it.
It was told to me it was $200 to do it. If there's any additional money, it wasn't brought to my attention. And that amount was given to me on the telephone, that the cost was placed on that phone. So that's what was told.
Mr. President, if it can just be referred to the mayor and to get approval for it, we'll make sure it move forward.
And what happened was, Alabama Power Company, they accepted Miss Jackson forwarded the form, and on that form, it had on there, and as far as approval, had to be done by the council. This is the reason why it was brought to the council. The reason why.
I like this, I want.
But even after that, they sent a field crew out.
Yeah,
And after the field crew out, that's where the problem came in.
Right, we're approving it, of course, but if a cost is attached to it, we also are approving that cost. And what line item would that cost come from?
We got a charge right now for 3 months. So, whatever.
So it would be my recommendation that we forward this to the mayor's office, so we can come back with a cost analysis, because we have to know what we're doing cost-wise. I mean, it still get done, it's not gonna get done tomorrow, it has a process that we need to follow. So it'd be my recommendation, if it's not a motion on the floor, to forward this to the mayor's office so it can come back with a cost analysis so we can consider approval.
Excuse me, before may I direct a question to Mr. Gregg Smith?
Good.
Okay, Mr. Gregg, the form that you received, am I correct that it had a price on it?
No, I haven't seen a price on anything that I received. I haven't seen any prices. It was just a piece of paper being filled out.
Inspection and said, oh, okay. Okay, do as you all want.
It's not, it's just looking at property.
Let me say this. I mean, we've been doing this, replacing lights that's been out, replacing, putting up new lights in areas that have been requested. And it never have really has been a council action that has been needed. It's forwarded to my office, sent it to the inspector. The inspector sent it to the Alabama Power, and they follow up on it, and they can get to it as soon as possible. So if you just forward to me, we can move in the process forward.
That's what I've been trying to do for a while now.
Motion on the floor to the mayor's office.
It's a motion on the floor.
You make the recommendation first.
No, but I made the motion to forward to the mayor's office.
Then we have a councilman.
It's good to see that it don't take a long time to get it done. I'm going to the mayor's office. I've been part of something for the last 4 months when Mr. Woods that stay on Birmingham Street went through the proper channels the same way. And, Alabama Power went over and assessed everything, and they brought a bill back, Ms. Reed handed it to the mayor's office, and I haven't heard anything on it. And Mr. Woods definitely live in a very bad area. So after this one go through, maybe we'll get Mr. Woods, because he is on Abraham, is it Birmingham?
Feel free to add to it, because I spoke with Mr. Woods too, and we followed the same process to Alabama Power.
And that's been 4 months ago when I put that.
Well, I don't tell Alabama Power what to do you?
Alabama Power I blocked the statement from Alabama Power for you to handle the situation. They did their job.
To Alabama Power.
They did their job. We were just waiting on you to do your job.
I did mine.
Well, you don't have a light yet.
Well,
You don't have a light
Alabama
yet.
Power.
You don't have a light yet.
Okay, do we have a second?
I made the motion. I made the motion for
Thank you, folks.
I need a motion on correspondence from Councilwoman Martin Harris, request to approve the 8-mile 7-year-old football team to practice at the gazebo at Prichard Stadium weekdays from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m.
They don't need any special accommodation. They're the 7-year-old boys and, you know, what they practice, they get out of these coaches' front yard. So, I support it.
That's your vote, please. Next item.
I need a motion on correspondence from Councilwoman Martin Harris to allow the 7-year-old football team to adopt the area around the McDonald's Stadium sign for a beautification project.
Part of my agreement with the coaches that if we're going to allow them to use that facility to practice, I want the little boys to get involved in doing a little cleanup at the little sign, and they have to use it.
I need a motion on correspondence for the finance director to approve expenditures from special fund number 126 Alabama Trust Fund, and they are to Roto-Rooter plumber to install toilets and replumb the lavatory and showers, $14,900. Also to Roto-Rooter plumber, install new water heaters in both locker rooms, totaling $3,000. And to Kelly Brother Hardware, Alabama, install doors, frames, and locks, $10,607, totaling $28,507. On item number 6, it's going to be a correction. I got the correspondence for the finance director to approve the expenditure from this fund 128, which is correction fund, it's not Alabama or trust fund. And it's for Ms. Howes to attend the conference, totaling $280.
So moved. Second.
That's your vote, please. Motion carries.
I need a motion on the request made by the Troy Mayor Board Committee to hold a motorcade on Saturday, August 25th, 2012, from 9 o'clock a.m. to 11 o'clock a.m. Everything in order. Chief Gordon has signed off on it.
Motion carries, one extension.
I need a motion to be made a matter of record that the finance director submitted the 2012-2013 fiscal year general budget on August 20, 2012, as required by law. To be made a matter of record.
Do we have a second?
Second.
That's your vote, please. Motion carries.
I need a motion on a resolution submitted by the city clerk appointing the poll workers for the municipal election on August 28, 2012.
Second.
That's your vote, please. Motion carries.
council to come at the time. We're gonna bring back a public hearing. The public hearing is on request of Muhammad Ade doing business at High Point Food Mart LLC, located at 3606 Lot Road and 8 Mile for off-premise beer, wine, and off-premise beer retail license and off-premise table wine license.
This matter, I believe, this matter was first taken up on 4:30 p.m. docket. Agenda, and the council referred the matter to the 5:30.
Please put the name and address.
Three 606 Lot Road, Prichard, Alabama, 36613. I'm here I applied for a beer license for my new store, and I'm just waiting for the approval for the ABC board.
All those in support, we ask that you will come to my right and your left. Anyone that opposed, we ask that you will come to my left and your right. Is there anyone in opposition? Chair make a motion that this be approved.
Second, Chairman.
Catch your vote, please. Motion carries. Congratulations. Yeah. She's got it.
Okay. We have a thing for the mayor's office.
Yeah, the only thing I would like to say, Madam Clerk, to the council is, as you know, we have a storm that's out there, and it is approaching. We have our public safety and public works people on board and standing by, and there's an approach for it to be Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. It's coming this way. We never know how these storms are going to move forward, but hopefully it will come after Tuesday so we can get past the election. But we know that if it's coming, that we need to be prepared because people will have to do some evacuation if needed, depending on the category of the storm. So we need to be closely guarded and watching that process so we know exactly what we're going to do so we can inform our citizens as quickly as possible. So I just want to bring that attention to everyone. We need to be closely guarded to the weather station and the weather reports as far as on where we are. And we will make a decision based upon whatever the state and the county is requiring us to do. And we have to inform everybody what we need to do from that point.
Hey, I'm just Mayor saying. Those actions will require council. Any change in the election require council. And even you also have to consider the city's emergency plan. Those have to be put into effect also. So you have to make sure you sustain what they incorporate.
And it has to be, we will act for an emergency meeting. But we would, once we feel like it's a state of an emergency, we would have to call also for the city to be in a state of emergency.
We ask everyone. Go ahead. No.
Okay.
We got to discuss them how long.
Yeah, that's my weather station.
Mayor, this is to the mayor and his staff for the work that they put in this Prichard Stadium this past Saturday. It was an awesome event. It was well attended. You can see the groundwork that the community, along with the workers, put forth. I don't want to call anyone by name, but those of you that worked Saturday at the stadium, please stand. Girls. John? I mean, don't be bashful, we're trying to tell you, we appreciate all the work that you did. And by the time I got to work on my real job, my eyes were this swollen from all of the bleaching and cleaning. But I really appreciate the work that you did. Miss Reed, you were there, your children was there. And they're gonna do it again this Saturday. So any of you that's available this Saturday, 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock, come out and help get the stadium ready for the football season. It will be greatly appreciated. Mary, you did a great job.
Thank you.
I just have an announcement, and this is some information that you can share with your family, friends, your churches, concerning affordable health care. The name of the center is Hands of Hope Healthcare Center, Inc. And it is ran by a wonderful person, a friend of mine, Cynthia Washington. She is a family nurse practitioner, and the clinic is located on the Beltline 34088 Beltline Park Drive North. In fact, part of the Trinity Garden setting, they've been working, they worked for years to try to get this running. They do primary care for all ages, very, very low cost medical costs, and they don't tolerate anyone. They do infant, child, adult, and older adults, physical exam, blood work, free blood pressure, free diabetes screening, immunization, TB skin test, pap smears and breast exam, work and sports physicals, vision screening, diabetes and high blood pressure management, asthma and other lung disease management of musculoskeletal and neurological problems, and management of skin condition. The office hours are Mondays and Tuesdays, 8:30 a.m. until 5, Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 1, and they are closed on Wednesday and Friday. But you will love Miss Washington. She's a wonderful person. Lovable, take care of your health needs, and she's very capable. Thank you.
Our Finance Committee meeting September the 10th, and we'll deal with 2012-2013 fiscal budget. Motion to adjourn. So moved.